Hey guys, it's Rico around 4 here, or Rico for short, and today I have another League of Legends match for you. This one featuring Tryndamere. So, first off, before I actually delve into this match, I do want to apologize. I haven't actually uploaded any videos for a while. This is mainly because my LoL recorder sort of, I don't know why, but in the last update it messed around all the files and then put them in different folders, as I had many folders where I sorted out through all my LoLReplay files. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't really been able to play any games that I want to record as well. But right now I have actually, well, fixed the problem, and sorry, that sounds confusing, making me lose trail of my thoughts. So yeah, I do have a video right now for you, this one featuring Tryndamere, and yes, I do have the Demonblade Tryndamere and me just spazzing out. Anyway, so on my team, I do have a Graves and Sona bot, and then we have a Mordekaiser soloing top, and then Vigar is going to be our AP mid. On the other team, they have a Volibear, a Fizz, Caitlyn, Vladimir, and a Wukong, and the Wukong actually will be jungling, but we'll see how that turns out later on. Right, so Tryndamere, probably one of the best, champs in the game. He's really great at jungling, partly because of his Bloodlust, his Q. This is his main skill. He gives a passive, which is Tryndamere Thirst for Blood, gaining 5 attack damage plus 0.15 per 1% health missing. And this is actually, this goes up, the 0.15 per 1% health missing. That actually goes up, and so does the attack damage. Anyway, so as you could see before, I did get ganked in the jungle by Fizz and Volibear, as they probably had nothing else better to do, but while that was happening, they also allowed bot to free farm. Anyway, so meanwhile, mid, Vladimir did get first blood on our Vigar, and unfortunately gave him first blood, and Wukong is going to die to, I think it was Red Buff Lizard. So I saw he's dead. Now is my chance to invade, so I am just going to go into his jungle and then take his red buff and then see what else I can take. And I did start with a Vampiric Scepter, so no health pots. But the Vampiric Scepter does work well with Tryndamere's passive from his Q, which again gives him attack damage, and also I am running attack damage reds and attack damage quints. Right, so I do have my smart, but I'm not going to use it, and that actually is pretty dangerous because it's gotten me pretty low. But I'm going to go around, try and steal his double golems and see if I can live. And yep, so I'm going to use my spin, and I will actually use my smite there. Right, so Vladimir going a bit against Vigar, but is going to actually take a tower shot, and he is pretty low, while Vigar is also pretty low. But Vladimir is going to try and go after this Vigar, but Vigar's going to stun him under the turret and then going to be able to get the kill and survive. That Vladimir didn't do it that well. If anything, he should have queued Vigar and then pulled, but for some reason he didn't do that. Anyway, so meanwhile I am stealing his wraiths, and I noticed it does say level 1, but there he is, he's level 2 and pretty low, so I am going to use my spin to catch up, but take a tower shot as he did flash out on about 100 health. So I'm just going to stick around thinking maybe he might come, I'm not too sure, and I'll just stay in this bush. Anyway, so the active Bloodlust, and here comes Wukong actually, and really low, and I'm going to be able to get him with one more basic attack. Anyway, so Vladimir pulling me, I am going to use my clones to get out of that slow, and then he is going to try and get me with his transfusion, and I am going to smite just for the extra fury, and then I'm going to be able to get out, do a last heal, and unfortunately Vigar did try and go after me, after Vladimir, to try and what do you call it? stun him, but unfortunately he died in the process. Anyway, so the rest of his skills. His passive is Battle Fury. Tryndamere gains 5 Fury for striking a unit, or 10 Fury for a critical strike, and 10 extra Fury for killing a unit. Each point of Fury grants 0.35% critical chance, and as you can see, I don't have any, so it's 0% critical chance. Anyway, so I'm going to go after this Vladimir, going to spin, and then unfortunately he is going to pull underneath me, and he is going to try and go after me. He has ignited me, and I'm going to be able to take him down, try and heal off these minions, and unfortunately my heal isn't up, so those last creeps are going to be able to kill me just at the end there. So that's a really big bummer. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if I had just outright died to Vladimir. I mean, that would have been better than dying like that. And I'm not sure if that's for anybody else, but that's what happens for me. Right, anyway, so that's his passive. And the active for Bloodlust, his Q, Tryndamere consumes his Fury, restoring a base amount of health plus 1.4 Fury per health per Fury consumed, and that does scale off of AP. I forgot what the AP ratio was. I think it was like 1 or 1.5. And one time I accidentally did have my AP rune page and masteries up, so I healed for quite a bit of health. Anyway, so his W is Mocking Shout. This skill I like to max if the enemies are, say, AD heavy, or their AD carries are getting fed, or, you know, something like that, or if I just want more ganking slow. That is because it decreases surrounding champions' attack damage. At level 1, it's by 20 for 4 seconds, and enemies with their back turned also have their movement speed reduced by a percentage. This is probably the skill you've seen that has the chicken above their head. That is that. Anyway, so Vigor stunning this Vladimir, getting really close, but Vladimir's ultimate is going to get him off. Anyway, so Vladimir did pull, and unfortunately I was actually forced to attack the minions, and that's a big bummer. Meanwhile, top did get ganked, I think, and Mordekaiser was actually able to get a kill both on Volibear and Wukong. So good job there. Anyway, so I have my ultimate, so I am going to slow this Vladimir, try and get him, and then I'm going to be able to use my heal. And right there I noticed that that turret shot would have killed me, so I'm going to use my ultimate right now, and I'll explain about that in just a second. Anyway, while that was all happening, I was going to try and push down this turret. Yep, there we go. So spin towards it and then start attacking it. And unfortunately, top did get dived, and I'm sorry I missed that. But Mordekaiser did die. Anyway, so right now, getting quite a bit of damage on this turret. I wanted to go for this Wukong, but he is level 4, and I can't risk it at the turret. I don't have my ultimate. Anyway, so I did start with a Vampiric Scepter before, but now I do have a Wriggles Lantern and a Ward, and I did have some health potions earlier, but I didn't actually, I did use them already. Right, so his E is Spinning Slash. Tryndamere spins to his enemies, dealing damage to enemies in his path. Spinning Slash's cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds whenever Tryndamere critically strikes. And this skill actually does scale with a 1.0 ability power ratio. So if you are going AP Tryndamere, and I have no idea why you would do that, but, you know, I've seen it before. So if you want to do it, that's just retarded, but okay. So his ultimate is Undying Rage. Tryndamere becomes completely immune to death for 5 seconds, refusing to be reduced below 1 health, and instantly gaining 50 Fury. This ultimate's great for, say, tower diving, or just getting out of any situation, because say you have an ignite on you and you have like 5 HP and it goes lower and lower and lower, you can ult and then it won't kill you, and then you can, it does give you Fury, and meanwhile Bot did get a kill. I'm sorry I missed that as well. As you'll see it here, I do get ignited, but I did ult just a bit late, and I did use my cleanse to try and get out of that ignite, but Vladimir is going to ult me for some stupid reason and then use my, his transfusion on me, and then going to get the kill on me. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser getting chased by Vladimir and Volibear, but Viger was able to get the stun onto Volibear, and then Mordekaiser is chasing, and then his shield plus his cone thing is going to be able to finish him off. And I'm not sure, I've never seen a blue Lazy T on, or blue Elixir on Mordekaiser. Anyway, so at level 1 it gives 50 rage, at level 2 his ultimate gives 75, and at level 3 it gives 100, which is the max you can have. So what I normally like to do is, if I'm in a fight that forces me to use it, I like to have, keep attacking till I get close to 100 or something, and then what I like to do is I like to Bloodlust, so like use it. Oh, I can't even use it there. And what it does is it gives me health, but then my attack damage goes lower because I don't, well, my critical strike chance goes lower because I don't have as much fury. But then I like to pop my ultimate, and that will give me more fury. So I did get that's pretty cool. I did get the, what do you call it, heal and the ultimate. So I don't know if any other... Well, obviously somebody else has already picked that up, but, you know, that's just the way I do it. Anyway, so Vladimir going after me right now. He did pull earlier, and there was a gank bot from Viger, and top, actually, from Wukong. And Wukong was able to get the kill onto Mordekaiser, while Viger was able to get the kill on Caitlyn. Right, so that ultimate is arguably what most people say an OP ultimate, and it's gonna make me spin just randomly there. Anyway, so that's probably true. It is quite OP. Anyway, so Vladimir going to flash after that Viger and then pull, and then is going to actually use his transfusion and get the kill. But I do slow him, and I'm going to spin after him and then pick up the kill really easily. And then just going to cover mid while Viger comes back. Anyway, so meanwhile, top turret did go down. That was a pretty big bummer, but we are ahead 10-8 in kills. Unfortunately, the Vladimir is pretty fed 6 and 4, but this farm is absolutely terrible, and that's what you have in a low ELO games. And unfortunately, I am low ELO. But anyway, I am going to make a mistake here. I am going to use my mocking shout so he has lower attack damage, but I am going to use my heal, then use my ultimate right now so I don't die, and then going to heal up on some creeps, spin away, and I probably should heal here, but Wukong's going to be able to just get me just before I reach the fog of war, and unfortunately I didn't use my heal, so that's going to cost me a death. Anyway, so I do have a recurve bow and an emblem of valor. Now I do actually get a Stark's Fervor on Tryndamere for obvious reasons: lifesteal, attack speed. Yep, and it also does give an aura, so it will help for people such as Graves. Anyway, so but I'm not sure if in this game I built it first. I don't normally like to build Stark's Fervor first, but if that is the truth, if that's what happens, then that's what happened. Meanwhile, Viger is getting dived here. Vladimir going to start taking turret shots, and then unfortunately Wukong is going to help him, and then Vladimir is going to actually almost die, but he is just going to barely survive. And Wukong going to try and go after me. I did smite that thingo. Cannon minion. Anyway, so Vladimir going to ult me, and I am going to go after Vladimir, focus him, then that ultimate not going to do much to me, and then this Wukong really low, and so am I, but I'm going to be able to finish him off. So that is the power of Tryndamere. I didn't even need to use my ultimate, but I was able to kill him. Anyway, Mordekaiser top did get the turret, and meanwhile, I believe the Sonar did want to dive the enemy Fizz, but with Fizz you don't really want to dive. Anyway, so I did take mid turret down, and going to try and get this turret, and I believe I do get it, which is pretty easy on 100 Fury. Not that that actually does anything, I've noticed. Anyway, So yeah, I'm going to start taking turret shots. Here comes Vladimir, but I don't really care. I'm going to try and take this turret, and then there we go. Going to use my ultimate, spin away, and then let's see what happens. Let's see. He did Q me a bit too late, as I still have my ultimate running. Going to use my Bloodlust, going to spin away, and I do have blue buff, so more heals for the win. Anyway, Vladimir is still chasing after me. Mordekaiser coming from behind, actually going the wrong way. Anyway, so Vladimir is still chasing after me, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get to me. But I am going to, anyway, Vladimir did pull for some reason, but I don't know why. Anyway, so Mordekaiser going to ignite, going to use his ultimate onto Vladimir. I am really low, but then I am going to be able to turn around and actually get the kill on Vladimir. And then give Mordekaiser an assist and his ghost. Anyway, so look at that. I was on like 100 HP, and now I'm back up to 1,000 again. So that's what's great about Tryndamere. Lifesteal plus his Bloodlust, he can get a tremendous amount of health. Plus his ultimate, he's able to stay in fights longer than usual and then be able to finish off enemies. Alright, so I do want to point out I did take Cleanse Smite obviously, because if anybody doesn't take Smite for jungling, then they are retarded, because honestly, people say, oh, I can jungle without Smite, blah de blah blah. Well, you can, but it's the most stupid thing you can probably do in LoL. Anyway, so going to take my red buff, gonna have double buff for some reason, but blue's gonna run out soon. And meanwhile, top, Mordekaiser fighting against Vladimir. Vladimir building a Warmogs. I'm not actually a fan of building a Warmogs on Mordekaiser. Not Mordekaiser, Vladimir, but anyway. Okay, so my blue just ran out. Meanwhile, going up to Caitlyn, if I can just get the red buff on her, there we go. So I do have the slow on her, but it's not going to be enough. I am going to use my Mocking Shout. I do want to dive this. I know that there are some bots, some top, and I want the kill. And I do have my ultimate. Anyway, so going to be able to get her, going to heal up, and I don't even actually need to use my ultimate. Radio. So normally you want to build items such an Infinity Edge is basically mandatory on Tryndamere. Meanwhile, there was a kill top, and Vladimir did die to Mordekaiser. So basically, Infinity Edge mandatory, and here comes Volibear really low, and I don't think he notices that only works when running towards an enemy, not away, and that slow is going to stuff up. But look at this, I am getting really low and going to chase a bit too far, but here comes Volibear coming back to me, which is a big mistake on his part because I do have my ultimate. Anyway, going to go after him, going to pop my ultimate for the extra crit chance. Gotta heal up just as the turret almost gets me, and that was a bad idea. I did pop my ultimate and didn't get anything out of it. Meanwhile, we did get top turret, and there was a kill bot, or death actually, and I am just healing up on some wolves. Radio, so yeah, so you want to, oh, there was a kill top actually. Vladimir did kill Mordekaiser. I'm not sure how that happened. Mordekaiser must have been low. Anyway, so going to pick up a BF sword for my Infinity Edge, and let's see what I get now. Stark's Fervor, Radio, and then boots, and some health pots. And I also do have some wards. Meanwhile, oh, Sona and Viger going after this Wukong, and Volibear. Viger's going to be able to Q him just before he uses his clone and then pick up the kill. Meanwhile, getting chased by Volibear, and unfortunately is going to die. Volibear chasing after Sona. Caitlyn ultimate coming in, and she is pretty low. Volibear going to chase after her under the turret, but I am going to be able to use my Mocking Shout to lower their attack damage. Then start going after Volibear. He is really low. I am going to spin after him, take one more shot, and then going to be able to kill him. Meanwhile, going after Vladimir. Not much I can do, don't have my slow or anything. Meanwhile, there was a kill bot, as Graves was able to 1v1 Fizz and get the kill. Anyway, so Vladimir going to pull, and then I am going to continue chasing, and meanwhile Graves did get the turret. I do have my spin up, going to use it, and then going to use my slow. Go after him, sorry, that's a bit slack. Anyway, and then I'm going to spin away, use my heal in a sec maybe. Oh, no, go after Wukong it seems. Oh, maybe not. And just heal up on some creeps. As you can see, I heal for like 308 per hit. And then I'm just going to be able to use my Bloodlust, heal up, and then spin towards some minions. Radio. So Tryndamere probably, as I said before, he's one of the most powerful champs in the game. That's because his damage output early game throughout the entire of the game is actually really high, and I don't know if it's just me or not, but I don't know, it somehow deals more damage when you have Demonblade Tryndamere. Is that just me? I don't know. I'm just used to Demonblade now. Anyway, so bit of a fight going on. Veigar going to get ulted by Vladimir, maybe going to die. Going to chase after Volibear, going to be able to get the kill. I do have red buff, and then meanwhile Vladimir did get the kill on Veigar, unfortunately, and I am going to reach godlike status with a score of 11-3. Anyway, so not going to be able to get an assist on Fizz, but that doesn't matter because Graves is going to be able to get the kill. Mordekaiser going to flash the wrong way over red buff when actually he was at going that direction. Anyway, so Mordekaiser chasing after Wukong, but Wukong is going to flash. Anyway, Vladimir going back, juking around behind Graves and Sona, and they're going to try and cut off Vladimir's escape. What will he do? Where is he going? And he doesn't seem to be in that bush, and he just happens to just somehow disappear from the face of this earth. Oh, there he is. And it seems he's going to try and recall in our base. So I don't know how why that's gonna happen. Anyway, so I'm going to take down mid turret and then 2v1, or I was going to 2v1, but it seems it's going to be a 3v1. So I really want to try and get out of this ultimate, but I am going to cleanse out of it. And then that slow is going to be a little bit neutralized from that debuff of cleanse. I'm going to pop my ultimate, use my Bloodlust, and then get out really easily. And then I am going to get healed by Sona again. Meanwhile, Veigar getting chased by Volibear. And Veigar, I think, is going to be able to stun him. Maybe not. Not going to get out of the stun. Anyway, so I did want a little bit more gold for my Infinity Edge, so I decided to stick around. Meanwhile, Fizz did get a kill on our Veigar. Right, so normally what you want to do for, say, Tryndamere is in team fights, and I shouldn't actually be engaging right now. I don't have my ultimate, and they see I'm going to get absolutely, well, raped, basically. And Sona's going to try her best to try and defend this turret against 3 people, but they are pretty low, and Sona's on full health. Anyway, so Wukong going after this turret when there are no minions, and Sona's going to be able to get the kill really easily. Anyway, so for Tryndamere, normally in a team fight, what you want to do is go after the squishy, because your crits and damage will just melt them down, and you'll be able to just focus them down and then take them out in a few seconds. And then the enemy's team, their damage source would be down because you actually did focus their squishy carries. And that's normally what you want to do for any champion, but for Tryndamere it's especially because he's able to just focus ball anybody, but when he focuses the carries he's able to take them down much quicker than anybody else. So just take them down and then focus the ones that deal the most damage, and that's basically what you want to do with Tryndamere in a team fight. But normally, and the good thing about Tryndamere, he does have great dragon control, and there was a kill and death top. Veigar did die to Wukong, but then Mordekaiser was able to kill Vladimir. Vladimir going to get his clone, and unfortunately Wukong going to get a double kill on Mordekaiser. Vladimir, probably not the best person you want to have a clone of, because you can't actually use his abilities. It's only auto attacks, which is absolutely stupid. Anyway, so I'm going to go after this Volibear. Fizz did miss his ultimate because I was able to spin out of it. Not much going to happen here, just going to heal up, spin away, and then Fizz did use his alpha, not alpha strike, that's Master Yi, his strike thing, but he used it just before I span away, so he didn't catch up to me. Anyway, so I do have still my Wriggles, my Stark's Fervor, and now I have my Infinity Edge. So Infinity Edge works great with your passive and your Fury, because that extra crit chance allows that when you crit, it deals 250% more damage, not 200%. Anyway, so Graves was able to get a kill on Wukong, but I was able to chase down Volibear, and Graves is going to get a double kill. Meanwhile, I was able to get Volibear, and then look at that. I'm just going to be able to absolutely take down Vigar's health. Not Vigar, Thingo. Fizz. Anyway, so I'm going to be able to cleanse out of that Ignite, and then be able to heal just in time, because that Caitlyn going to focus me with an ultimate. And look at that, just barely surviving on 100 HP, but now I'm going to be able to heal up and then just continue the fight. Anyway, so that's basically what happens when you have an Infinity Edge against this very squishy person. But even the Volibear was pretty tanky. As you can see, he's got a Warmogs, Cloth Armor, and Merc Treads, but even through that, I was still able to absolutely just smash down his health really quickly. Anyway, meanwhile, mid Wukong getting a double kill on Vigar and then Graves, and then Vladimir's going to be able to finish off Sona. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser getting focused by the turret. He does have a Hextech Revolver, Boots, Force of Nature, and a Rabadon's Death Cap. Not too sure about that build, but, you know, whatever works. Anyway, so sold my wards and health pots, and let's see what I'm gonna build. Oh, I remember now. I did buy Berserker's Greaves, and then what I did was I'm going to stick around just a little bit longer, so I am able to buy my Zeal. Zeal, great item on Tryndamere. Build it into a Phantom Dancer, because this should be one of your core main items. It gives a plenty amount of critical strike chance, 30%. Gives extra movement speed, 15%, and then it gives 55% attack speed. Now the 55% attack speed is really great on Tryndamere. And what you want to do for Tryndamere, as any AD carry, Lifesteal, not Spell Vamp. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser getting a kill on Vladimir once again. Lifesteal, attack speed, and attack damage. Not too much attack damage because of your the passive from your Bloodlust that gives attack damage. As you can see, level 5, and it gives a flat 25 attack damage plus 0.35 per 1 percent health missing. And as you can see, I'm just able to one-hit all of those creeps, including the cannon minion. Right, so yeah, so Zeal onto a Phantom Dancer, great item on Tryndamere. Normally people like to stack Phantom Dancers. I don't really do that, but you know. Anyway, so Wukong going to get a kill on Vigar, but I'm going to focus down Wukong, try and get him low, but he is going to pop his clone. I am going to get ulted by Vladimir, going to get pulled under. Meanwhile, Sona taking out Volibear, and then that ultimate from Vladimir not going to do much damage, as I did have 100 magic resist because of Sona's Aria of Perseverance, her healing aura. Anyway, so going to be able to take down that turret, and then going to take down this Nexus really quickly. Gonna dodge out of that Fizz ultimate. Meanwhile, I'm going to use my Mocking Shot just to get an assist. And then that is going to be GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I will be uploading more videos soon. And I hope that you enjoyed this one. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and yeah. All that jazz. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.